Hi everyone, Ksenia Pros here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do another maternity posing tutorial, and we're going to show a little bit more creative, more advanced poses with the model that are coming into my studio today. So this is my beautiful model, Jennifer. She agreed to participate in this video and model some of the poses and some of the tips for you. So are you excited?
Very excited.
Okay, we already did a shoot with her last weekend. She was amazing. She has like an angle that when she looks like Angelina Jolie's. I love that. And we're gonna demonstrate some of the poses for you. So the first, I'm gonna talk about the hands because a lot of people don't know what to do with their hands, especially for maternity pictures. It's like a struggle all the time. So I'm gonna show you like different hand positions, and Jennifer will demonstrate them for you because she's very good with the way she's posing with her hands. So what we're gonna do first, the basic pose for maternity sessions is when you put like one hand up on the belly and one hand a little bit lower, and try to bring them a little bit closer to the middle, because otherwise it's gonna be like too far apart. And the hand that's on top, just relax and like slide it. Yeah, like that. There we go. And now bring one foot on the tip of toe, the one goes through the slit. Beautiful. Let me move back so they see how the whole pose looks. So that, and just tip it toe a little bit straighter. Right there. Beautiful, Jennifer. Love it. Okay, now this is like a basic go-to, but you can relax a little bit. Basic go-to pose with the hands. So now if you want to do something different, you can put one hand down. So one stays on top of the belly, and you can actually slide it a little bit lower, closer to the, like that. That's perfect. And now the other pose that you can do, so one hand can stay on the belly the entire time, and the free hand you can put it like into your hair, right there. Beautiful. You can put it like behind your head, right there. Yes, like that. So you can turn a little bit. That's beautiful, Jennifer. Right there. And then if you put it down, you can kind of like put it down on your leg like that, and kind of like slide it back a little bit. Right there. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, let me take a few pictures like that so I can show you some. So one thing about the basic position, can you put your hands up and down on your belly one more time for me? Both of them. Yeah, one up. Right there. Perfect. So see, when from the front, you just have to make sure the hand that's lower, it's not too low. Can you demonstrate when it's like too low all the way under? To me, it doesn't look right, so I always push it just a bit higher, like closer to the belly button. That's too far. Come back a little bit. Yeah, like that. Right around here. And then if you turn for the side shot, if you turn all the way, you can just re-step. Turn. Right there. There's like this hand position doesn't look right to me. If you switch your hands, so the one that's closer to me goes under your belly. So just like switch them.
I'll switch them.
Yeah, like that. Perfect. So that's the pose that looks better for me. Turn your belly a little bit more so it's just side. Yeah, like that. Perfect. And let me zoom in a bit to show. So let's demonstrate it one more time. So this is a good hand position, and let's switch them one more time just to show. And this one doesn't look as pretty to me anymore. So switch them back to the good one. Yeah, right there. And that hand that's behind me, your left hand in that case, can you push it like further closer to the camera a bit? So like down and yeah, like that. So this is a pretty pose. Let me take a picture. You're doing great. Okay, and now let's switch the hands to like a normal position. Yeah, like that. That's better. So that looks pretty to me. And then from there, what you can do, if you put the hand that's closer to me, kind of like put it on your lower back, right there, beautiful. And if you bend the knee that's closer to the camera, that would be another pretty pose. And now make sure that her stomach points straight to the side. Yeah, like that. Perfect. So that's a great pose already. And make sure, so with the angles, you just have to be careful. So Jennifer, if you can demonstrate, push your elbow towards the camera. So that doesn't look right because the elbow now looks like distorted towards the camera. Try to push it back. So what you were going to be looking for is just like triangle, so you can see through and see the gap between her back and her elbow. So this is a perfect pose. And you can turn your face towards me to kind of pose. And if you tilt your head, yes, that's exactly right. And the other thing to look out for is the hair, because she has longer hair and I don't want it to be in the way. So try to push your hair all the way back, flip it back for this shot. Right there, all the way, perfect. So I see her beautiful neck. Right there. And slide the hand a little lower, right there. So the hand position, like turn your tummy a little bit more Yeah, like a perfect. Okay, that's the one. So the other problem to look out for, the position of the hands. So I don't want it to be too high. So Jennifer, if you can demonstrate it when it's too high, that looks okay when she does it, but most of the time it doesn't look right. Or like too low. I don't want it to go like all the way to your bottom. So it has to be like lower back, almost a little bit on your bum maybe. Yeah, right, just like a little lower. Right there, perfect. And make sure the elbows opened up and stomach turned away from, yeah, that's too much. Yeah, right there, perfect. That's the shot. And then the other mistakes that some of the clients do that I try to correct, if you push your hand like closer to the middle of your back, that's not comfortable first, so it's not, or like too close to the front. So that's actually okay, but the other pose looks better. Okay, perfect. And the other thing that you can do with your hands when you're posing from the poses from the side. So if you put the hand that's closer to me on your stomach, Jennifer, right there. And the other hand can go like in your hair on top of your head. But make sure, again, I'm looking for the triangle. So if you look at me, Jennifer, real quick, the one that's closer to me, right there. And now turn towards me, right there, beautiful. And tip a little bit, beautiful. That's your shot, perfect. Beautiful. Let me see how it looks. Hold on one more. Hey, I know that learning photography skills and especially how to pose your clients is very important. But what I teach my students is actually you can't just focus on the photography skills without promoting your business. And the first thing that you need to think about when you're starting your photography business is how to create your website. Because this is how you get your beautiful work visible to everybody. And just recently I discovered Zyro, a very affordable and easy to use website builder. And as much as I love my old website, I'm actually currently switching from my older WordPress platform that required some high maintenance and some serious coding know-hows. So that's why I was so surprised to see that you can actually build a page from scratch on Zyro for just a couple of hours by simply dragging and dropping blocks and images. Zyro also has SEO optimization built in, which was super important to me. I want my content to be found online. And even though the website could be very heavy on images for photographers, Zyro's loading speeds are surprisingly fast, as long as you optimize your images for the web. I also love the clean and modern customizable templates, and they even have the AI tools that help you build a page in a matter of seconds and customize later. And on top of that, Zyro is super affordable, and they're actually currently running a huge New Year's sale, so you can get up to 72% off your subscription, plus 4 months free hosting, and a domain. Isn't that wonderful? So make sure to click on the link in the description to this video, enter the code Ksenia to get this special deal now, and you can get your new website up and running in a matter of hours. And remember, deals that go don't last forever. So sometimes I do kind of like this. So you can like do a little squeeze. Yeah, it's like a little cover girl kind of. Yeah, right there. And then we can do one kind of here. Yeah, like that, perfect. So it's like a different position here. So for now, just relax, like you can hold on to your belly. So another pose that you can do with your hands that looks a little bit more high-end, kind of like a tutorial, fashion-y, is when instead of like holding onto your belly, kind of like hugging it, you do a little squeeze on the sides. Yeah, and Jennifer is doing it really well. So and it's a little tense. You want to play with your shoulders a little bit too. Let me see how it looks full body. Foot on the tippy toe, nice and tense. Hands kind of like squeezing your belly. You have to feel a little bit of tension. And drop one shoulder. Yeah, like that. That's perfect. Try not to turn. Yeah, it's more like straight. And actually, the hands are on the same level. So not one up, one down. Right there, beautiful. Okay, that's perfect. And then from there, you can drop one hand and just put it down on your leg. Yeah, that's perfect. That's another shot. Yeah. That's the way you're standing, actually perfect. So the way she's standing now, it's perfect position, but sometimes some people put it like too far to the sides. So if you can demonstrate it, yeah, right there. So the idea here is to accentuate the shape of the stomach. Don't make it too big or too small. So if you push your hands a little bit closer to the middle, to the tip of the tummy, it's gonna make it look smaller. If you push it farther out, it's gonna make it look bigger. So we don't want that too much. We just want like the right kind of shape. And then the other thing, if you put your hands too low, that's like a different kind of pose, which looks actually pretty. But the one that we're going for is more like squeezing from the side. And let's do the very last position that sometimes I use, but I see a lot of photographers doing that too. So with both hands, if you kind of hug your belly like a watermelon, right there. So that's another basic pose, but I don't like it as much because the stomach sometimes looks too big with this pose. With her, she has like a smaller perky tummy, so that's actually perfect. But for someone who's a little bit bigger, that pose will not work as well. And if you turn to the sides, let's demonstrate how it looks from the side. And that's how it looks from the side. So this is fine. And if you turn, like, face me, Jennifer, for a second. This is how the picture looks. I don't use this pose as much. I prefer the one with one hand up and one down on the stomach. So sometimes when you see like your client is not doing it exactly right, it's easier to just like forget about everything, shake it off, like shake your hands and do it all over again instead of trying to think too much. Yeah, that's perfect. See? Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and follow me on Instagram at Ksenia Pro Photo. Say thank you to our beautiful model, Jennifer.